So today we're gonna make this yellow cake recipe, which I found on preppykitchen.com. It also has like a chocolate buttercream. We're not making that shit. We're making cream cheese frosting because cream cheese frosting is the best frosting that there is. Pair eyes. Yeah, exactly. Thanks. See, do you love my beautiful kitchen setup? That's totally legit. And this is where the natural light of the window is making everything great. And a little red. Don't worry about it. All right. So. Oh, I just locked it. I was like, sometimes I forget. This table's not great. I'm hoping that it doesn't like fall apart on me while I'm trying to mix things, but it'll be fine. Okay, 2.5 cups flour, blah blah blah. Cream, butter, and sugar in stand mixer using paddle attachment, or a large bowl of using electric hand mixer. Well, thankfully this has a large bowl attached to it. So yeah, let's get that up. This is a Christmas present to myself a few years back, because KitchenAids are very good mixers. We have our butter. It's already been softened. You always want to make sure you let your butter sit out before you use it for cookies and stuff, because that way it's really easy to mix, because also hard butter will change the consistency. You use hard butter for things like biscuits and stuff where you want chunks of butter in there to impart flavor and the like. Ugh. Butter. Over here. Oh, it's very buttery. I don't know where. Actually, I forgot something. Oh, duh. I was like, where is my apron? My apron is always on the back of my chair. Always have an apron ready, guys. Because things could get messy. God, I forgot. This is made for people a lot smaller than me. So, I'm not really going to be able to tie it correctly, but whatever. It's fine. Okay, how much sugar do I need for this? 1/4 cup. Yeah, I forgot. I have a little tablespoon measurement for when I make coffee in there. That back on so I can actually pour a little bit more accurately, but yeah. Because I wanted to make cake, so I was like, hell yeah. Then I had cream cheese. I wanted to make a cheesecake at first, but then I was like, I don't really have enough cream cheese for a good cheesecake. But I have enough cream cheese for cream cheese frosting. Final Fantasy X cooking apron. They never use it, and they cook a lot. I didn't even know they had aprons for Final Fantasy X. Yeah, that's why you watch it, exactly. Like, I have this. Granted, I got this for really cheap at Ross or something. So maybe it's a little bit different. But yeah, I ever since Dez got me, you guys can't see it, but I use a pad on my desk that's shaped like a giant Nintendo controller. And it's gotten a little bit dirty, but I'm not gonna hide it away because of that. But oh yeah, 1/4 cup. Okay, well I'm gonna turn this on and let it go. I gotta get a measuring cup because I forgot to bring a measuring cup. So we're gonna let this cream. You guys just get to listen to this cream. I will return. All right, measuring cups. I got 2 just in case. Oh yeah, that's going together really well. Add oil and vanilla. 1/4 of the cup oil. that this recipe calls for both butter and oil, but I mean, sometimes that's just how it goes. Mix combine, then scrape bowl down. Well, I don't really have to scrape the bowl. It's already doing a pretty good job of that. Oh, it wants me to... I'm going to let that creep. Just a second. I'm going to be right back again. Well, the good news is that the oven's preheated, but it wants me to whisk the... Here, we'll put this on just like... Okay, that was on stir. We'll turn that off now, but we're going to mix the flour, baking powder, and salt together. How much flour to it? I do have more flour in the kitchen, but this should be enough for this. Remember, baking is kind of messy. Quarters of a cup. Get another 3/4 out of this, then that'll be more than enough. It's probably... There we go. Beautiful. Do you guys love my precise way of measuring flour and things? I know, I'm just... The very soul of a baker lives within me. 2 teaspoons. Perfectly. I have a teaspoon measurement always inside of the baking powder. You never need very much. Yeah, except it's a very small measure. 4, 5. It's 1/4 of a teaspoon, which is very small. 7, 8. Beautiful. Okay, and then it wants me to add the flour mixture and the buttermilk in alternating intervals. Buttermilk doesn't want again. 1 cup. There. Oh yeah, it wants me to add the eggs too. I always forget buttermilk's a little bit thicker than regular milk. I can also use this to make like buttermilk pancakes. So, aha! Okay. So man, even with like the shades move most of the way up, it's still very bright. All right, so turn this up a little bit. These eggs. Oh well, I apparently dripped some buttermilk onto the recipe, but it's okay. Get out of there, eggy goodness. I hate when you get like the little string of egg that just does not want to come free. Okay, there we go. Oh god, that one cracked a little too much, but it's okay. As long as we don't get any shell in the mixture. And a 4. Hey Google, change lights to daylight. Okay, that's better. I had them red, which is nice and all, but... Okay, I'm gonna take my bedroom trash out later anyway, so I can throw the eggs in here. But it's a lot easier to see how things are mixing well when the light is the right color. Alright, so now that's incorporated, so we're gonna put it down. Yeah, we're gonna keep it at stir, and we're gonna slowly incorporate the flour and the buttermilk. As slowly as we can, because obviously if I pour all of the flour in there, it's just going to become a huge floury mess. But yeah. Eggs over there. You guys can see we're coming along pretty well. Kind of. I wish I could angle it a little bit better for you guys, but... Over to the right side of the screen. Is that a bladed object? Yeah, no, it's definitely a sword next to Zach. It is a katana. Not a sharpened one. Okay, so put in some flour. Now let's put in a little bit of buttermilk. Put in a little more flour. Put in a little bit more buttermilk. Put in a little more flour. A little more buttermilk. Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess it's still a well-made. It's more like it's an. I don't know how to say it, but it's a blade made specifically for practice. So it's still a sword, like. It's still very well made. It's just not sharpened. It's like an eye blade or something like that. Yeah, exactly. A sword is dangerous no matter what. Well, as long as it's well made. Okay. The last of the flour. And the last of the buttermilk. Oh, God. Okay, it only squirted at me a little bit, but we're fine. Alright, so that's everything incorporated into the cake. Oh wait, I forgot to put the salt in there. Well, there we go, we did it. You only need like a teeny tiny amount of salt. Okay, I'm gonna let this stir a little bit more. I'm gonna run to the kitchen again and grab a spatula, because that's like the one thing I forgot. And then we'll dole out the dough. Or batter. Alright. And that looks super fluffy. Make sure I... Oil, butter, salt, baking powder, sugar, flour, yes. Yeah, fencing swords and quite a bit of bruise. Aw. No, that's awesome, though. Kitchen is right there. The fancy man has multiple kitchens. Yeah, I'm sorry. One day when you get to come over here, I can give you the grand tour. Fun to learn compared to normal swordplay? Yeah. I mean, sure. I mean, they all have different kind of cool aspects about them, so. This is the cake pan. It made a lot more than I thought, which is probably why it's like, hey, you should have 3 cake pans. But I only have 2, but they're fairly deep. So as long as I don't overfill them, it should be good. A little thicker than I thought, but this is the cake batter we have. Also, my spatula is green screened out, but made a batter. We're gonna go ahead. Did you do sword or foil? Oh, foil. Did you do foil, Kat, or? Oh, foil at the beginning, then transition to sword because they didn't have anyone your age doing foil. Oh no! Yeah, because foil is I mean, I figure it still gets it probably still hurts to get poked by a foil, but it's better than getting poked by like a sword. Or more of like the saber. Because at least there's more give to the foil. I think. From what I've seen. And this is okay, this is a lot of cake. Thankfully, you guys, I don't think you guys can hear the noise that this is making as I like flop it into these cake pans. Okay, yeah, this isn't okay. That's not as bad as I thought. Like, good class that you didn't remember any. Oh, that sucks. I mean, that's kind of how it goes too. Like when you're younger, especially if your parents are just trying to like find something for you to get into or have some place for you to go while they work and all that. There's a lot of times, man, I used to be in choir when I was younger, but there was one point that we had after school practice, and I forgot to tell my stepdad. He got like fucking furious, and then just pulled me out of choir. So then I never did choir again. I did get into band during middle and high school, but I never got back into choir, which is funny because my brother and sister are both choir kids. But I never did it, which that's one of the things that attribute me not really like. That's why I don't really like singing. I haven't ever like practiced or anything like that. Like I guess I just never like had the time to put into it. And then I never wanted to get into choir again after my stepdad got pissed because I was like, well, fuck this, I guess. Yeah. Little shits want to stab each other. Wow, I don't think that's how it went. It sounds like anime protagonist beginning. Okay. Man, this batter is a lot thicker than I thought it was gonna be. Even with all the stuff I put, but I'm sure it'll just make very fluffy cakes. Okay. So then 350 for about 30 minutes. So I'm gonna run to the kitchen with these cakes really quick, guys, and I'm gonna shove them in the oven. So I will be right back. But yeah, this is what they look like right now. It's very bright, so it might be hard to see, but they're taking up most of the cream cheese icing is super easy to make. All you need is butter, cream cheese, powdered sugar, a little bit of vanilla extract, and salt. So, like, it needs 4 cups of of powdered sugar. So it'll be fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and start. I like how this is like combine butter and cream cheese in a bowl of a stand mixer, or you may use an electric mixer. Like, I'm going to use an electric mixer. Don't tell me what I can and can't do. Yeah. You can't stop me. Don't say you may, I am. I am going to use an electric mixer. Also, I probably should have at least thrown one good thing to do with like room temperature butter is to throw it in the fridge just for a few minutes at least to make it easy to like get out of the packaging because otherwise you sometimes like I just did now you leave like little butter chunks in there and you might as well get all the butter that you can out of your stick like so. Of course the cream cheese is gonna be a lot worse because cream cheese is just super sticky. Keep the farmers unhappy, make the fancy Brit immortal. No. Man, that's capitalism right there. That sounds like a kind of a mean-spirited horse, but at the same time, like if you don't train them young or if you don't take care of them correctly, then they're just gonna hate people. Like it's like any animal, really. Like with rabbits and other animals, where like unless you handle them daily and you take care of them and all that, they'll eventually come to the point where they just hate human contact. Because I mean, technically, all of them were wild animals at one point anyway, and they don't really like dealing with people because people are scary and very large. Granted, horses are also very large, but they're still a prey species, so they act accordingly. Which is funny when they get spooked by something tiny, because you're like, hey, that's come on, you could definitely just squish that thing. Okay. So this time we're gonna use the whisk attachment. It's kind of hard to see. Whisk. So that way we can get it nice, like creaming going. So we're gonna start that up going, lock that in place, and then we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna measure out the powdered sugar. Where is? Thankfully, I need 4 cups exactly, so that's easy enough to measure out. Hilarious to see, yeah. It's fine. Okay. Oh yeah, that's creaming really well in there. That bad boy open. Put the rest of the vanilla extract in there. Tiny bit of salt. Alright. Make sure anything that comes up on the sides gets pushed back down for even mixing. It's already coming together pretty well. Yeah. Okay. Put it back on low. That is as low as it goes. Okay, so we're going to put in 4 cups of powdered sugar. Which is a lot, but I mean, frosting is mostly sugar and lard or whatever other thing you're using as a way to keep it all stuck together. I like cream cheese more than I like buttercream, because buttercream is just like super thick and sweet. But I like cream cheese icing an awful lot. I also just really like cream cheese, so that's why I was like, you know what, this is what we're doing. Okay, come on out. God, this measuring cup would be a lot better if it let everything all out at once. Oh yeah, that's looking good already, and that's only 1 cup. Don't worry, we've got 3 more coming. Let that incorporate. I guess if I keep spinning the measuring cup, it helps it dislodge from the sides. Squeeze it out. I don't know if you guys can see it like dusting up around every time I like dunk a cup in there. Yeah. And 1 more cup of powdered sugar. You can, though. Actually, I'm surprised you guys can't see the table shaking as much as it is with this mixer. I mean, this thing is very powerful, and it's probably meant to be on more stable surface. But I mean, this is something. We take what we can get, right? A little bit more to go in there. That's all the powdered sugar incorporated. Now I just need to move it off the sides. All right. Very good. Kind of a little higher. When it gets up this point, then you can definitely see the table shaking. Keep it at the start. Like I said, these mixers are very powerful, but sometimes it's terrifying, like watching them go. And I think, yeah. Oh, look at that. There's just like a solid chunk of it just sitting in there. Out of there. But yeah, I don't know. What kind of icings do you guys like? Because I like cream cheese icing. I also like whipped icing. Like just because it's so much lighter. I don't know what it is. Like when I was a kid, I think buttercream was like super good to me, but now it's like, man, that is just like way too much sugar, or it's just like way too like solid feeling an amount of sugar. But yeah, I mean, I like cheesecake and cream cheese related things, so you know. Okay, obviously it's very white against the background, but this is our frost. Seems like it's holding pretty well. And I could always add more sugar if I really wanted to. But yeah, hey Echo, how many minutes are left on the timer?
You have 12 minutes left on your 27-minute timer.
12 minutes left. Okay, frosting's all done. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my little fridge. All right. So that's cake and frosting. And it doesn't even take that long to make frosting either. You just have to kind of have like the drive, which is a problem I don't. That's a problem I have a lot of the time. Like, I really like making bread, and making bread really isn't that hard. It's just the effort of mixing everything together, letting it rise, beating it down, letting it rise again, depending on what bread you're doing. And I'm like, okay, well, I don't know if I feel like doing all that. But yeah, like cooking's good. You can get a lot of things done. I really wish my roommates did more of that instead of filling the trash can every single day with fast food waste. There's only so much you can do in that case, you know? So I'll just be content doing my own thing and making sure that I'm always cooking. I can tell you this much too. Cakes are done. They just have to cool for a while. Like, it's hard to tell. They look blindingly white, but you can kind of see the yellow on them because they are yellow cakes. Apparently, white cakes, you don't use the egg yolks because I guess that's part of what colors the cake yellow or something. I'm not sure. But if you just use the whites, then it's white or something like that. You know, I'm not a cake, like, master, but I feel like that makes sense in a way. But yeah. Cakes. But they're still very warm. So I'm going to have to let them cool for a bit, and then I'll put them on the wire rack so they can cool the rest of the way, and then I'll be able to actually ice them. Yeah, the fruits of our labor.